Hey Hoopers, Linz here from rubyhooping.com with another beginner hula hoop trick tutorial. Today we're going to learn how to bring the hoop from the lasso position down onto your waist. If I can get away from that tree. So that looks like this. Okay, you just bring it down and throw it onto your waist and then keep on hooping. The previous tutorial I taught you how to lift it up, which looks like this. So if you haven't learned that one yet, then subscribe to my channel and go find my video for that. You're going to want to know how to do both because it's a great way to transition on and off your body with the hoop. And once you learn how to do both of these, then you can do the vortex, which looks like this. And it's just a continual up and down motion that looks very cool, especially with an LED hula hoop. It makes awesome trails. I love it. So, okay. First thing you want to do is get the hoop into lasso position. You're just hooping around your palm above your head. Now, I'm left-handed. I hoop clockwise, left to right. I'm going to be using my right or non-dominant hand to bring the hoop down. And you can actually do it with either hand, and I'll talk about those. I'll teach you both. But for the vortex, I think you want to definitely know how to do it with your non-dominant hand, because as you can see with the vortex, well, shoot, sorry. As you can see with the vortex, you're going to be using both hands. So it's important for that trick to know how to do this trick with your non-dominant hand. So you've got the hoop above your head. This arm is just off to the side right now, but the first thing you want to do is get used to the space inside the hoop. You want to watch for when the space appears in front of your body and get used to poking your hand in there, your dominant hand. And the reason why is because if you don't put your arm up when you go to lift it down, then it's going to get in the way down here. And I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so my hand's just hanging there. See how it's going to hit my arm. So you need to get used to being able to kind of slip that other hand on in there while the hoop is coming down. Now, once you get used to doing your arm like that and you feel comfortable, then when the circle is in front of you, in front of your body, you're going to simultaneously put your hand through there and bring it down at the same time. So you might want to just practice this movement of bringing the hoop down. Your hand is going to be like this. Your palm is going to be facing you. Okay? And that's the position that you're going to be in when you go to bring the hoop down. So you may just benefit quite a bit from just practicing that movement to get used to the feel of it. Because that's the trickiest part, is to get the timing right, which is the grip and how to bring it down without hitting yourself in the face or, you know, dropping the hoop or whatever. So I would say just do some drills where you're just practicing hitting that hole with your other arm, which I just messed up. And then once you get good at that, then you can start practicing your grip and just get used to that feeling of lifting it up. And as you can see, it's nothing special. It's just I'm using my hand to guide the hoop down to where I want it. I'm not forcing the hoop. I'm not really trying to control it that much. I'm just kind of giving it a little push so that as it's turning, it keeps its momentum, but it moves down my body. So you have to get used to you have to get the timing right. So that's the only real practice here, is you have to put that arm into the hole and lift it down with your other arm at the same time. So now, if you can get that part right, I suggest just letting the hoop fall to the floor. Just you really have to just start practicing that movement of doing that. And if it means you got to throw the hoop on the floor, so be it. You really want to get good at that movement of bringing the hoop down. Okay, and as you can see, I really don't even put my arm up anymore, but it's because I've done it so many times that I know how to keep my arm out of the way. So I guess you could just keep your arm like this if you want, but I think it helps when you're learning to put that arm up just to get it out of the way. Okay? Now, when you get the hoop down close to your belly button, close to your waist, you really want to tighten that grip. So, right as it's getting to about here, and your palm is facing down, that's where you want to really tighten your grip, and you want to hold that hoop in a level position. And you're going to pull it around your waist like that. So, put my arm through the hole, pull it down, and then I need to control the hoop right here. When it gets to here, I have to keep it up, keep this side up with a nice tight grip, because that's the only way you're going to keep it from falling to the ground. So down, tight grip, and then you just extend your arm out as far as you can and just toss that hoop around your waist. Now, you may have noticed that I turned like this, and like with many beginner hula hoop tricks, turning in the same direction that your hoop is going to slow down the process and really help you get used to the movement. So what you can actually do is just slowly turn to get used to what your hand is supposed to be doing. You can actually grab it, you can actually grab the hoop and then just turn your body. And that'll help you get used to the feel of what you're doing. Okay, so I'm going to put my hand up. And I've noticed that sometimes when I go to toss the hoop onto my waist, I'm only really holding it with just my thumb. I kind of get a good grip right there, and then as I go to toss it, I pull my hand off and use my thumb to hook it and really push it around my body. So let me do it a few times so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. Alright. Now, the size of your hoop matters. This is a big beginner hoop. I think it's like 42 inches in diameter. It's also heavier tubing. It's 3/4 PE tubing. So a great beginner hoop. Makes it easier to learn because the hoop is smaller. This is an HDPE, which means very lightweight, more advanced or intermediate style hoop. It's a smaller diameter. I think this one's like a 37 or 36. It's better for isolations because it's easier to hold on to. But you can do this trick with that as well. Okay, so you just have to move faster because the hoop moves faster because it's lighter and smaller. So if you're just learning and you are a beginner, you definitely want to use a bigger hoop. Okay. So I think I've pretty much covered your non-dominant hand. One more time. Our dominant hand goes into the hole. Same exact time. This arm's coming down. You're going to tighten your grip as it gets to about here. And then you're going to use your thumb to push it around your waist. Which that wasn't a very good example because I didn't have any momentum. Let me show you again. There we go. Okay. Now I want to show you with this hand, my dominant hand. Okay. Now I've got the hoop of my dominant hand. It's all pretty much the same, except you want to start bringing it down when the circle is behind you instead of in front of you. And the reason why is because you need more time. You need more time for the hoop to rotate since you're using your dominant hand. So when the hoop gets behind me, I'm going to stick my arm in the hole. The other arm, of course. And this time, instead of pulling the hoop around this way, I'm going to actually push it like that. So there you go. All right. So I really hope this helped. If you have any questions, just leave them in a comment and I'll be happy to address them. And if you need a hoop, I do sell beginner hula hoops like this one. I also sell advanced hoops like this one. And I sell LED hoops as well, and weighted exercise hoops. So please visit my website, rubyhooping.com. The link is in the description, and happy hooping!